Archangel Michael says, I'm begging you to open this now. Something shocking will happen in your house tonight. Open this urgently. The moon trembled behind torn clouds as the night grew heavy, pressing down on your home like a suffocating veil. An invisible wind whispered through the cracks of your windows, carrying a chill that no fire could warm. Archangel Michael stands at the threshold of your spirit, his great wings folded but trembling with urgency. God says the stillness you feel is a prelude, the calm before a tempest that has been gathering for unseen reasons. In the deepest corners of your house, shadows gather not from the absence of light but from the presence of something dark, something restless. You may not hear the footsteps, but they are coming closer, their intent sharp as a blade drawn in silence. Your heart beats with the pulse of a warning, a call echoing through your veins. This is not an ordinary night, nor is this an ordinary silence. The air is thick with unseen forces, spiritual currents that stir with a fierce promise of conflict. Archangel Michael says the battle is both around you and within you, a fight for the very ground beneath your feet and the sanctity of your soul. God says you are the battlefield and the prize, the keeper of a flame that darkness covets fiercely. The unseen storm will not break lightly. It is a thunderous force, roaring with the fury of betrayal and the cold justice of the divine. The heavens watch, their eyes unblinking, as the first shadows creep across your doorframe. A fragile light flickers in the distance, a beacon of hope against the gathering night. But the storm's breath is harsh, and the winds carry whispers of those who move like ghosts inside your walls. Their motives are hidden behind smiles, their hands stained but unseen. The silence is not peace but a quiet before the roar. Archangel Michael's sword, forged in celestial fire, gleams faintly in the spiritual realm, ready to strike with divine precision. But this sword waits on your faith, your recognition of the fight that must come. To ignore the signs is to invite devastation, to face them is to claim the protection of the heavens. The moon trembles once more, as if sensing the clash that will soon unravel beneath its watchful gaze. Your home, your sanctuary, becomes the arena where light and darkness wage a silent war. The air itself hums with tension, a taut string about to snap. God says now is the moment to awaken your spirit to the unseen, to open your eyes beyond the veil. The battle is not one you fight alone, but one you must not deny. The storm is closer than you think, and Archangel Michael is already moving among the shadows, preparing the way for what must come. The night holds its breath. The unseen storm approaches. And with it, the fate of your house and soul hangs in delicate balance. The walls of your home seem to lean inward, as if burdened by a weight you cannot see but deeply feel. A coldness seeps through the floorboards, not from the night air but from the heart of someone close to you. Archangel Michael's voice echoes faintly in the spiritual realm, urgent, heavy with warning, because God says betrayal has come disguised in a familiar face. Trust, once a fortress, is now a fragile glass about to shatter under the pressure of deception. The one who was closest to you, the keeper of your secrets, the watcher beside your dreams, has turned their gaze away, their hands stained by hidden schemes. They walk silently in your house, a shadow beneath the skin of your peace, weaving lies that drip like poison into your sanctuary. God says the wound inflicted is deep, a cut not visible but tearing through your spirit. The betrayal is not just personal but sacred, an assault on the covenant you hold with the divine and yourself. The moon trembled behind torn clouds earlier, but now it pales before the shattering truth that will soon break your heart. Archangel Michael's wings spread wide in the unseen realm, his eyes blazing with righteous fury. He sees the web of deceit spun close to your soul, the hidden acts of those you once called family. The spiritual battle intensifies, a storm raging not with thunder but with the silent screams of trust broken and love turned to ash. The air around you thickens with the scent of betrayal, bitter and metallic. The silence in your home is not peace but the calm before a violent revelation. Shadows move with intent, crossing from room to room with purpose, carrying secrets that will explode like wildfire when the hour comes. God says this is a moment of divine justice, where hidden truths will be uncovered, and the darkness will no longer wear the mask of friendship. The clash is not only against those who deceive but also against the pain that threatens to consume you. But even in this heartbreak, Archangel Michael stands as a shield, his sword a barrier between your spirit and the cruel hands of treachery. Your home trembles in the spiritual realm, the very foundations quaking beneath the weight of impending exposure. The betrayal will not go unnoticed or unpunished. Divine justice moves with deliberate steps, swift and unyielding, like a flame purifying the dross from gold. God says, do not turn away from this painful truth. It is the crucible in which your faith will be tested and refined. The enemy hides close, but the light is closer still, burning with the fierce promise of redemption and restoration. The night grows darker, the storm within your home raging louder. The betrayal will come to light, and with it, a chance for the divine to reclaim what was lost and renew the sacred space you call home. The floor beneath your feet feels unstable, as if the very bones of your house are shifting under a weight unseen. A low rumble echoes through the walls, faint at first, then growing, like the growl of a great beast awakening from slumber. Archangel Michael's presence fills the air, invisible but undeniable, as God says the moment of reckoning draws near, and divine justice will shake your sanctuary to its core. The moon trembled behind torn clouds earlier, but now its light fractures through broken glass and cracked walls, casting fractured shadows that dance like spirits on the edge of chaos. The unseen storm is no longer a whisper but a roar, shaking foundations and unmasking the hidden corners where darkness has taken root. The very air pulses with a strange energy, thick with the scent of burning incense and cold steel. Your home becomes a battleground where truth and deception clash with brutal clarity. Walls seem to breathe, inhaling the tension and exhaling a chilling breath that cuts through the silence. The spirit realm converges on this place, an invisible court where judgments are passed with the sword of Michael blazing like a comet across the night sky. God says no darkness will hide in the shadows tonight. Every secret, every betrayal, every lie will be ripped from the hidden places and exposed to the cleansing fire of divine justice. The trembling is not merely physical, it is spiritual upheaval, a cataclysm that purifies and renews. This is a moment where your home becomes a sacred altar, scorched and sanctified by the flames of truth. Archangel Michael moves with a speed that defies human sight, his sword striking down illusions and falsehoods with each radiant slash. The walls seem to pulse in rhythm with his movements, vibrating with a holy intensity that shakes loose dust and fear alike. The dark presence that once crept silently is now hunted, its shrieks swallowed by the roar of celestial wrath. The moon's silver light washes over broken memories and fractured dreams, illuminating the path of justice that winds through your home like a river of fire. God says this night is a watershed, a divine intervention that will cleanse what has been poisoned and heal what has been broken. The battle rages, but it carries the promise of peace born from fire. Your spirit feels the tremors too, a deep shaking that loosens the chains of doubt and despair. The walls hold their breath as divine power floods every room, every corner, every hidden crevice. The house trembles not from fear, but from the power of divine justice asserting itself in the silence. Archangel Michael's voice rings out like thunder, a call to arms for your soul to stand firm in the face of this holy storm. The cleansing fire will not consume you but purify you, forging a sanctuary stronger than before. The night will not end in destruction, but in transformation. The air ignites with a fierce glow as the first sparks of divine fire blaze across the horizon of your soul. Flames that neither burn nor consume flicker with ethereal light, casting long shadows that writhe like serpents across your walls. Archangel Michael stands at the center of this blazing storm, his fiery sword raised high, cutting through the darkness with a blade forged from heaven itself. God says the hour of reckoning has arrived, an unstoppable force converging on your house with relentless purpose. The silence before was a lie, a curtain hiding the truth behind a veil of deceit. Now, the fire burns away the mask, revealing the raw wounds beneath. The tension coils tighter, a serpent ready to strike, as Michael's warning thunderclaps through the spiritual realm. Your home trembles beneath this celestial heat, not with destruction but with purifying intensity. The walls pulse like a beating heart, alive with the sacred energy that promises both judgment and mercy. Archangel Michael's eyes burn with an unyielding light, piercing through every lie and shadow, demanding allegiance to truth and faith. God says you stand at the precipice of transformation, where the old must be burned away to make room for the new. The fiery sword does not merely punish but prepares you for a rebirth, a sacred renewal born from struggle and divine justice. The fire's glow reveals hidden faces, some familiar, others sinister, all exposed beneath Michael's blazing gaze. The storm's fury is matched only by the calm determination in your spirit. Though the flames lick at the edges of your fear, they also warm the depths of your soul, igniting a fierce resolve to stand unbroken. Archangel Michael's voice is a roar that shakes the heavens. This is your moment to rise or fall, to embrace the light or be consumed by darkness. God says this is not a threat but a promise that divine power is at your side, waiting for your faith to match its fury. The fire will cleanse what must be purged and heal what remains, but only if you hold fast and do not turn away. The house will no longer be a place of hiding but a sanctuary of divine light. The night burns brighter with Michael's fiery warning, every corner of your home illuminated by the blazing truth. The enemy's grip loosens, the shadows retreat, and the sacred flame grows stronger, filling the spaces once held by fear and betrayal. Your soul feels the surge of celestial power, ready to transform pain into purpose. As the fire reaches its peak, a profound silence follows, a stillness charged with sacred promise. Archangel Michael lowers his sword, his eyes softening with divine compassion. The battle is not yet over, but the tide has turned. God says now is the time to stand firm, to claim the protection and renewal offered by this fiery trial. The first light of dawn seeps through the cracked windows, soft and golden like a healing balm upon the shattered remnants of night. A gentle breeze stirs the curtains, carrying with it the scent of fresh rain and renewed hope. Archangel Michael stands sentinel at the threshold, his wings folded in peaceful repose, his sword sheathed but still glowing faintly with celestial power. God says the night storm has passed, but its echoes linger in the air, a sacred reminder of the battle fought and the victory won. Your home, once trembling with fear and betrayal, now hums with a quiet strength, a covenant forged in fire and sealed with divine mercy. The shadows have receded, replaced by a light that bathes every corner in serene clarity. The moon trembled behind torn clouds only hours ago, but now the sky opens wide, unveiling a tapestry of soft blues and gentle hues. The sacred flame that Michael wielded has not vanished but settled into a warm ember within your heart, a beacon guiding you toward a new beginning. The scars remain, but they are the marks of survival, the sacred lines of a soul reborn. God says this dawn is not just the end of a night but the birth of a new covenant, a promise of protection, peace, and divine guidance. The air feels lighter, as if the house itself exhales, releasing the weight of the unseen storm. Archangel Michael's presence lingers like a guardian's shadow, watching over the sacred space you now call sanctuary. Your spirit breathes deeply, drawing in the fresh air of renewal and release. The battle was fierce, the cost heavy, but the prize is profound, a home no longer haunted by fear, but illuminated by faith. The divine light flows through every crack and crevice, weaving a tapestry of healing that mends what was broken and restores what was lost. God says you have passed the test of night and trial, emerging not just intact but transformed. This covenant is a living thing, growing stronger with every breath you take, a sacred bond between your soul and the divine. The house is now a sanctuary where angels walk silently and the light never fades. The dawn stretches wide across the horizon, promising new days filled with hope and guarded by celestial grace. Archangel Michael's sword, once blazing with fire, now rests as a symbol of peace earned through courage and faith. The night's shadows are gone, replaced by a sacred light that will never be extinguished. As the sun rises higher, God says, rest in this divine peace, knowing you are guarded, chosen, and deeply loved. The covenant holds strong, a testament to the trials overcome and the blessings yet to come. Your house is no longer just a building, but a holy ground where the Spirit dwells free and unafraid.